Good morning, everybody. Cats are thinking they need to be on the tractor today. It's one of our newer kittens right there in the back. They're getting big. Oh, there's more up there than I thought. And that's why they're up there, right there. She likes to aggravate them. These are newer kitties here. It's their mama, see, right there. She likes to aggravate them. Opal, quit. So, she just wants to boss them around. You know, she's got to hurt them. Alright, I'm going to go take a look at the garden this morning, as it is. I've had a couple of tomato worms here on these. I want to look and see if I see any this morning. So don't right now. We got tomatoes on. That white stuff is Sevin dust. I'm not a big pesticide guy, but I don't know if you can see them. There's some getting ripe down in there. See them? It's Roma tomatoes that are ripening. These are blooming and doing good. Oh, we got some watermelons. Dang, I didn't see this one the other day. Look at this little guy. There's another one right in here. I saw that one. That was the first one I saw. I don't know if we got any more coming on or not. Still not sure what I've got growing here other than the watermelon. Oh. Potatoes, they're just about ready. I'm hoping, since how we got all those right on the top right there, that we've got a bunch of potatoes down in there. Sweet potatoes. And we got this squash over here, which is bloomed like crazy, but it just doesn't seem to be making. I'm starting to think that maybe 3 squash plants in this one tub was too many. Oh, this one's making a new one. It's got one there. Need to pick that, I guess. Here's the cows. Butch and the heifer. I haven't named her. Nobody's come forth with a name. But she is getting much more comfortable with us. I don't know if you can see, she's got a spot on that eye. But, I think like farmer said that brought her to us, she can see some. I can't get to where I can see the other eye this morning. But yeah. Looks like, yeah, she's got a spot there too. Anyway, that's her. She's growing. Butch looks out for her. Look at him, boy. He's looking good. All right, a little partial tour of our little farm. Gotta remember to wash my hands before I start touching my face. I've been messing with these plants that have the Sevin dust. Yeah, that's it. Walk out here and look at these pigs a minute. Give them a little water this morning. Gotta get on the ball, run Opal to the vet. She looks a little thin, so I'll have the vet check her out. Get her on some worm meds. But I think the reason she's thin is it's summertime and she's not eating as much. And she's constantly moving. She runs everywhere she goes. Okay. Now we're out here. There's Well Done over there, laying down feeding babies. She thinks she needs to be fed, I'm sure. Excuse me. He is. I mowed this. We had our chicken pen right here. And the grass got ahead of me this spring, so I mowed it for the first time last weekend, or no, it was the 4th, Tuesday. Blew all the grass over here and I threw some in for her, but evidently she didn't care for it. Now, these guys are growing. It's a good thing. She's a good mom. We need to do a little more work to the shelter. It works, but I'm thinking that we need to put a floor in it and definitely need to put the other end in there. But, you know, right now I think airflow is more important. So, yeah, she's just feeling kind of lazy this morning. It's nice out here. There's Buddy laying down. That's only, I don't know, lower 70s. It's about 8:30 in the morning. So, yeah. Everything's pretty calm here on our little funny farm. Yeah. I don't know where all the pigs are at, all the big pigs. Oh, there's 2. Pretty sure that's Boss Hog. We got 1 here. Yeah. Oh, there's some over there. There's Deuce over there. I don't know if you can see him. We need to get around and move some fence. Oh, there's another one. See her getting up. That's Chunky baby. Yeah, I think we've accounted for all of them. That's Freckles. Still don't have this thing completely worked out. I think I'm gonna pull it out this weekend and try something different. Still wanting to leak right there. So, all right. This is what's going on right now. Running a little water in that tank so they can get them a drink this morning. Whoa, things are crazy in the world. I mean, my personal life, like everybody else, it's no worse than anybody else. It's probably less chaotic than a lot of people. But like I said, things come up just like with this Opal there. I need to go get her checked out. She's not gonna like it. I'm gonna have to put her on a lead, get her in a truck, 2 things she don't like, and then go to the vet. She don't care much for that place either. But it's for her own good, so. It's gotta be done. So I occasionally watch this guy on, well, he shows up all over the place. His name is Eli Yoder. He's ex-Amish, and pretty funny guy to watch. He's kind of serious about some stuff too, you know, just. But he was talking this morning. He kept, when he left the Amish, he kept his religion, but not the way they practice it. And looks like he drives a truck for a living, which is nothing wrong with that. I did that for a while. But anyway, he was saying that he usually processes all of his own meat. He knows some local farmers, and he'll buy his pork and beef and probably chicken, and anything he eats, he probably buys local and then processes it himself. So anyway, he was talking that on Independence Day, he wanted to, they were having the normal cookout, and he just didn't want to mess with, you know, thawing out his own meat. And you know how it is, convenience. He just, you know. So he ran to the old Wally World, bought him some pre-made patties. And he was sick that night. And then the next day he tried them again and got sick again. And of course, you know, there was a lot of things introduced to his body that if the pork, or not the pork, but the ground beef was the only issue, was the issue, you know, his body was introduced to some things it's not used to. But it got me to thinking, you know, and remember, that's his anecdotal evidence. You know, but it got me to thinking. A lot of us are tired, which I've also seen some video that tired is as much an emotion as it is a physical feeling. But anyway, all of us are tired anymore, and you know, I understand we have a sedentary life, generally speaking. But that got me to thinking, you know, there's all kinds of things put into this commercial food that we get out of the grocery store. And it just reinforced my reasons for doing what I do. You know, we got the pigs. Well, first we got the chickens. Or got chickens. At one time we had over 20, somewhere around 25, 30 chickens. And we got them for eggs. And this is before egg prices got out of hand. Well, then we got the pigs right there at the start of the, you know, the thing caused by that C word that if you don't talk about the right way, gets you get your videos pulled down off YouTube. So anyway, right there at the beginning of that, we got into pigs, you know, with concerns about, you know, there being food shortages the way things were going, and some things that were happening. And it's something we'd thought about for a long time, and that was just the trigger to get us moving. And then, you know, last year we bought Butch, then we bought Skittles, and of course we lost Skittles in the cold snap this winter, but anyway. And then we got the chance to get this blind heifer out here. And it just reinforces my reasoning for doing what I've done, you know. Just to have a safe food source, protein source. I'm sure out here where I live, I mean, we got plenty of bugs. I guess I could go bug farming, but, you know, and, you know, reading and hearing about all the things, you know, the government is okay to put that the stuff in the jab to put it in the pork. These large producers can put it in pork now. And they're not telling you they're doing it. They won't even require it to be put on labels. State of Missouri wouldn't even make that a requirement, which just irritates the snot out of me. Your government doesn't look out for you. They look out for the dollar. Whoever's got the most dollars is who they're looking out for. Without getting any further into that rant, just think that there's a problem with our food supply chain. I've seen a lot of videos about, of course, I'm not one to, I don't necessarily want to do things like they do in Europe. You know, this is the United States of America. We do our own thing. We fought a war to be independent of England specifically and Europe in general. And we've had millions of immigrants come from all over the world to get away from the exact things that our government's trying to do now. But anyway, here's my point. I'll get to the point here. We all need to either, one, grow our own food, or as much of it as you possibly can, or two, find a local source, someone that you can talk to that's open about their growing practices, no matter what they're growing. Hit your farmers markets, and there's other sources online. You can actually, I know that Sheraton Park Farms, I watched some of their videos, but they actually ship their meat. They figured out a way that they can ship it and get it there and it still be frozen and good to eat. And there's a lot of other places that are doing that. And these places don't advertise in the normal places. So, like I say, even the vegetables in the grocery stores are getting questionable, in my opinion. You know, all of this is my opinion. Go look it up. I think I've talked about this, but Ethan had a thyroid issue, and I can't remember whether it's hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism or whatever, but he had an issue. Had to go get blood work done every 6 months, was on medication. And the last time I took him, he just went back, but the last time I took him myself, which was over 6 months ago, they took him off all the medication, said he didn't need it anymore. And only two things have changed in our lifestyle, in his lifestyle. We switched to drinking A2 milk. We get ours at Brahms. You know, just because that's the only source we can find relatively close to us. And he's gotten older. So it's one of those two things or both. He's not changed much else. Not changed anything else, but he still eats like a teenager. And so take that for what you will. I wish that I could, in the short term, find someone close to me that I could buy raw milk, raw A2A2 milk, and hope that was on video. I don't know if you heard that noise, but that was 2 hummingbirds buzzing my head. And I'm not even close to the feeders. They're like 50 feet away. Anyhow, and in the long term, I want to buy a milk cow that has the A2A2 protein caseins. Check that out if you haven't. You know, it's interesting. I grew up on raw milk. You know, my mom and dad had a milk cow most of my early life up until I don't know, I guess I was 16, 17, no, I wasn't quite that old. Until I was about 12 or 13. We decided to go to Colorado, or Dad did, and he would travel and roof, follow storms once in a while. And so we went to Colorado and did some roofing for a summer and sold the milk cow. And then somewhere in my teens, I got to where milk didn't set on my stomach very well. So I quit drinking milk. And now that I've been studying this whole milk or the raw milk and the A2A2, I think I figured it out. There was a time, and you know, I'm 58 years old now, about to be. So there was a time that all cows were A2A2. Mom and Dad's last milk cow was a Holstein Angus cross. She gave about 4 gallons of milk a day. And but anyway, it used to be all cows had the A2A2 casein. Well, when they started breeding for larger milk production, that changed. Now, I don't know the time frame of when that changed, but I'm thinking that maybe, like I said this earlier, this is anecdotal, but I'm thinking my milk intolerance probably didn't coincide with the overall change to A2 or to A1, A2 milk in general, but it did, I think, coincide with switching from raw milk that could have been A2A2, I don't know if it was, to the store-bought, pasteurized, homogenized stuff. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. Tell me what you think down in the comments. I'd love to hear, you know, somebody's evidence on this. I know a lot of people, when I go talking about raw milk, they get freaked out. First of all, they don't know that the milk you get in the store is not raw, that it's been heated up, cooked to an extent. But anyway, let me know what you think. I'm going to wind this up. Get old Opal over to the vet. And we'll catch y'all later. So let's look out for each other. Let's help each other when we can. And don't forget to pray.